Hare, Hare Ramo, Rama Ramo, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Purivagatyara Saraswati Samat, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Guru Parampara ki jai. Grantha Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sadhu Sangha ki jai. All glory to assembled devotees. All glory to assembled devotees. All glory to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Go Premananda Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All together please. Om Jnana Timarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Madhubhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagadpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapcha Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sudadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Dharubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, thank you for attending class and chanting so nicely. Now we're ready to discuss the absolute truth from the point of view of transcendence. So, at least a little bit. So, today's verse, number 19 of Perfection of Renunciation, chapter 18. Please repeat. Jnanam karma cha karta cha dvidvijva guna bedaha prokyate Bedataha. Yeah, that previous slice. Prokyate guna sankhyane yatavak shrinu chanyapi jnanam karma chakata cha Trideva guna bedataha Prokhyate guna samyankte ne kyankte Yatavak trinu chanapyapi Tana Jnanam karma chakata cha Trideva guna bedataha Prokhyate guna sankhyane Yathavak Shrinu Chanyapi. Okay, go ahead.
Jnanam karma cha karta cha Vidhaiva guna vedataha Rochede guna sankhyane Ettava srinuttanyapihi abhihi
Jnana karam cha karta cha
Jnanam karma cha karta cha
Veda guna vedata
Vidhaiva guna vedataha
Yate guna sankhane
Rochede guna sankhyane Ettava srinuttanyapihi.
Okay, Vaishnavis, have a go.
Jnanam karma cha karta cha Vidhaiva guna vedataha Rochede guna sankhyane Ettava srinuttanyapihi. Jnanam karma cha karta cha Vidhaiva guna vedataha Rochede guna sankhyane Ettava srinuttanyapihi.
Okay, thank you very much. So, word for word, please repeat. Jnanam, knowledge. Gyayam, the objective of knowledge. Parigyata. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm completely looking at the wrong sloka. Okay, we'll try again. Jnanam, knowledge. Karma, work. Cha, also. Also. Three, also. Of three kinds. Of three kinds. Eva, certainly. In terms of the different modes of material. Prakyate are said. Guna sankhyane. In terms of different modes. Yeah, in terms of different modes. Yathavat, as they are. Shrinu, here. Tani, all of them. Api, also. So, translation Srila Prabhupada. According to the three different modes of material nature, there are three kinds of knowledge: action and performer of knowledge. Now hear of them from me. Please repeat. According to the three different modes of material nature, there are three kinds of knowledge: action and performer of action. Now hear of them from me. Okay, so Krishna is teaching Arjuna. Purport, Srila Prabhupada. In the 14th chapter, the three divisions of the modes of material nature were elaborately described. In that chapter, it is said that the mode of goodness is illuminating, the mode of passion materialistic, and the mode of ignorance conducive to laziness and indolence. All the modes of material nature are binding. They are not sources of liberation. Even in the mode of goodness, one is conditioned. In the 17th chapter, the different types of worship are described by different types of men in different modes of material nature were described. In this verse, the Lord says that He wishes to speak about the different types of knowledge, workers, and work, according to the three material modes. So that might be a little complicated, but it's not really. So, Mukam karochi vachalam pangam laidegrim yad kripatamahan bande Sri Guru dinatarinam gyana karma chakarta chatre vedaguna vedita prokyate gana sankyane itavak srinu jamyaham. According to the three modes of nature, material nature, there are three kinds of knowledge: action, and performer of action. Now hear of them from me. Yes, so this verse of course leads on to the next, where Krishna will explain. According to the three modes of material nature, so we all know the three modes of material nature, Sattva gun, Rajagun, Tamagun, and we can be conditioned by those modes. But generally we are conditioned by a mixture. So we may have some Sattva gun, some Rajagun, then some Tamagun, about this or that, and somebody may be mainly in passion, but he also has some good-natured qualities. But then he may take intoxication and go a bit crazy. So the modes are there, and though three types of worker here, we can understand that there's variety. Some are mixed and some are more in this, more in that. So everyone in that sense is an individual, even materially, because everyone has his own work. There's three things here: the worker, the knowledge, and the action. So, three kinds of knowledge. That means, according to the person, he's in passion. His knowledge will be in passion. It'll be colored by passion. So he has knowledge and then action. On the basis of that knowledge, he will perform certain activities in the material world, right? Now the person in the mode of goodness will see in a different way. The mode of passion person may be a little greedy, he wants to make money or make land or property. The mode of goodness person may be looking at the same world and thinking, I'll practice spiritual life and I'll just let the Supreme Lord decide what comes. The mode of ignorance person, his knowledge, looking at the world, he is not at all educated, he may be drinking alcohol, he may be sitting, so his knowledge is very much less. He just wants, oh, never mind, forget everything, let me just be indolent, right? Be an addict. So the different type of knowledge, perception you can say, and then there's the different kind of action they'll perform as a result, right? Because on the basis of my knowledge I act, I decide to do things, and then performer. So three types of things. It all starts from knowledge, and that knowledge is the three modes acting on the consciousness. We all have pure consciousness, but if we take, for example, we take alcohol, this affects our consciousness and we start to act in different ways. Whereas somebody, if they are a spiritualist, they're seeing the spiritual world, then they act according to that perception. So it all depends on where that person's consciousness is. How our consciousness is will affect how we see things and then what we will do, right? So this is very important then. So it gives us a good idea that a yogi, as it is stated in all the Shastras, you know, he is very attentive to what? His consciousness, right? He is aware of his consciousness, and he is, what is he doing? Manmana bhava mad bhakto majjaji mam namaskaru. The sadhaka, he is putting his consciousness on transcendence under the direction of Shastra, Acharyas and Guru. So how is he doing that? He's doing that by Shravanam, hearing, like you're hearing Bhagavad Gita. Then the chanting the name, discussing with other devotees about Krishna. Then remembering Smaranam, sitting down, meditating on the form of the Lord, the Leela of the Lord, Padasevanam, so on and so forth. So that is to be a yogi. A yogi means to control the consciousness and put it on the Supreme Lord. Manmana bhava madbha. And what does Krishna says of all yogis? Yoginam api sarvesham madgatein antaratmana shradavam bhajate yomam same yuktataro mata. And of all the yogis, the best one is the one who does bhajan of me in faith. He is the highest of all. So this is very important. And so Bhagavad Gita, the first 6 chapters, there's a lot of karma, and then middle 6 chapters, bhakti, and then there's a lot of knowledge here. But the karma in the first 6 chapter is to help us become devoted. And the gyan, the knowledge about the 3 modes of material nature and the result of those modes, that is also there to teach us to be careful in bhakti. So karma and gyan, they are necessary for the sadhaka. He must have knowledge, so he knows pravrittim cha, nivrittim cha, what he should do and what he shouldn't do, what he should cultivate and what he shouldn't cultivate. Now, I was reading this a few days ago. This is Tattva Sutras by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and it's very wonderful. He gives very sutra on many points, and so I'm sure we all understand the importance of the scripture, because it's the scripture given by the Guru and the Acharyas that teach us to put the consciousness on the Supreme Lord in a regulated way. Because there's 2 types of bhakta, there's the sadhaka and the siddha. The sadhaka is the devotee in practice, is taking the consciousness from material desire and into Krishna's service. So the siddha has already done that. And the siddha, that's in the Bhagavatam, muktir hitava yata rupam swarupeni abhishtati. Muktir hitavan yata rupam. This is in Bhagavatam. It says mukti, this is true, devotional liberation, is to be situated in one's spiritual form. Like we've heard about the spiritual form, right? But we may not know what my spiritual form is. We haven't developed to that extent. But the liberated soul is situated in his spiritual body, in his or her. The jiva is situated in the eternal swarup. We all have a relationship with Krishna. It's intrinsic to the soul. So liberation means that is fully developed. And therefore, because I have prem bhav for Krishna, I'm not attracted to the material world. I don't want to be a big politician or a sports star, or I don't want to have children, I don't want to run a country, I don't want anything in the material world, because now my attention is there with Krishna. So that is Siddha Bhakta. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in this section, he talks about the Shastra. Definitely the scriptures are rays from the sun of knowledge. So we have knowledge, the sun, and the scriptures are like rays coming from that. For those all devoid of self-revealing knowledge, rules are prominent. For persons who can discriminate, the scriptures lose their strength since they have attained the root. Yes. So now, this is talking about the Siddha and the Sadhaka. Those devoid of self-revealing knowledge, that means they are not in that position where Swarupena avasthati, I'm situated in my spiritual relationship as a cowherd boy or in parental rest, where I'm not situated in that. So those persons, they're still sadhaka. So their knowledge is not perfect. Their ability to see knowledge is not perfect. So the scriptures come like sunlight to guide. Oh, I cannot understand Krishna properly, Krishna's service properly, so from Guru and the Shastra I learn what to do. But then Bhakti Vinod says, for those people, rules are prominent. You mustn't do this. For persons who can discriminate, the scriptures lose their strength, since they, those who can discriminate, have attained the root. So the Siddha Bhakta, his or her consciousness, Jiva consciousness, is on Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Right? So they are situated in perfect enlightenment. They're situated beyond illusion. You're all learned devotees. You've all heard that in the material world we have illusion, just like today's verse. The person in the mode of ignorance has illusory ideas. The mode of passion person has his style, particular, of ideas and action. The mode of goodness have their style. But the person who has attained the root, who's attained the Sun, the transcendental Supreme Lord, effulgent, he doesn't need the scriptures. You understand? Like in Golok Vrindavan, we don't read that the gopis are reading Bhagavatam or Nectar of Devotion. In Nectar of Devotion is given 64 qualities of Krishna, yes, 64. But they're not learning them. They're experiencing those qualities. They're reciprocating with them. But those 64 qualities are given for our benefit, for us sadhakas. Like there are 64 practices of bhakti, right, in the Nectar of 20 are things you should do, first 20. Second 20 are things you shouldn't do. And the next 24 are things that you should do in deity worship. So, of course, there's more than 64 things to do in bhakti, right? We know. But for the sadhaka, 64 things are given by the Guru to make it very clear what the practice should be. But then if the devotee practices nicely, gets the mercy of Krishna, then Swarupena avavashtiti, that devotee is situated. Krishna. He doesn't have to think that Krishna is the reservoir of beauty. That soul experiences Krishna's beauty. That soul experiences Radharani's beauty and sweetness. When they don't read about, the Ashtashakis, they play melodies and Krishna plays the fruit for Radha on the bank of the Jamuna. Now we read about that, right, in the Leela Shastra, but in Goloka, do they read like that? No, they go to the Jamuna and listen. They go and directly experience Radha and Krishna. So this point is very good. For those who can discriminate, that means for an enlightened soul, he knows what is Maya, he knows what is Krishna consciousness, he knows what should not be done and what should be done. Right? Nivrittim cha nivrittim. That person is uttamadikari. That person is liberated soul. So that is the Mahatmanas tamam patha, devim prakritim ashrita. They're situated in transcendence. So their intelligence is always perfectly in harmony with the absolute truth. Now just imagine that. Here in this material world, we go maybe for a meal with a friend, and then the friend says something and you say something, and then that friend, why did you say that? They say, well, I didn't mean to, and there's suddenly a discord. Why you said that? No, I didn't mean that, I was only joking. But in the spiritual world, everyone is in perfect understanding, perfect harmony. Everybody's personality is full of ecstatic knowledge and bliss, unlimitedly. So the scriptures, then Bhaktivinoda goes on. It's very interesting because he's such a genius, his intelligence. He says, so therefore we should understand that scriptures are always created for the conditioned soul. Like Arjuna is being taught by Krishna here so that he can understand the spiritual and we can understand the spiritual. Krishna is teaching in a certain way for the conditioned souls to understand. So this is a very wonderful thing, that the scriptures, the Vedas, carry the light of the transcendental truth. And by focusing on that, we become fully realized in the absolute truth without restriction. We understand perfectly. And we see that in the great devotees like Narottam Das Thakur, writing so many Prem Bhakti Chandrika and so many bhajans, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing incredible books and bhajans, and Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada doing all this incredible prachar without effort, it seems. Of course, they're working very hard, but they have this ability to just sit down every day and translate Bhagavatam like Prabhupada and write a very beautiful and create a purport and then go on that. Why is that? Because they're attached to the root, the absolute, the param tattva, absolute truth. So yoga means to begin the contemplation of that absolute truth. That is the success and the process of yoga. And how do we meditate on that absolute truth? Not like these three people. You see, now Krishna will explain. We already heard three kinds of knowledge, action and performer. That knowledge which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, although they are divided into innumerable forms, you should understand to be in the mode of goodness. So you see spirit within everyone. You see the spirit soul and you see the Paramatma within all the living entities. Then you're in the mode of goodness. Then you can go to Bhakti Bhav. When you see everything as spirit and all the people as spiritual, not an Indian or an American or a German, but you just say, they're all spirit souls in material situation, and they all have Paramatma in their heart. And how will I will go to transcendence by meditating on the Supreme Lord within their heart. This is the point. Yes, we see that everyone is spirit soul inside the body. But then we go one step farther. We go, they're spirit soul, but they're part of the Supreme Soul. I am spirit soul, very good. Second, I am part of the Supreme Soul, Mama Angsa. And then we are focusing on the root, on the sunlight, on the sunbeam. We're focusing on the Manmana. And this is what is in the Uddhava Gita. In the Uddhava Gita, Uddhava is told by Krishna, you should see everybody as spirit soul, as part and parcel of me. And the best way to realize me directly, to realize me, the Supreme, is to see me in the heart of everyone, right? I think I've told this a number of times. The way you can realize Krishna best is not in Goloka, but here in Krishna Balaram Mandir, in the temple, in the lobby, by seeing everybody has Krishna in the heart. And that is yoga. That is the highest form of yoga, and that is the best way to realize Krishna. So, that is mode of goodness, that is recommended. But then, after we realize Krishna, we want to serve Krishna. That is Bhakti Bhav. And how do we do that? Because that very Navavida Bhakti. We chant. That is serving Krishna. We remember Krishna. That is serving Krishna. We discuss Krishna with our friends. That is serving Krishna. You take prasad instead of bhoga. That is serving Krishna. You go to Mangalarti, you go to Krishna. You go to Bhavindam class, that is you fall asleep, that is serving Krishna. So the important point is we have Padasevanam, right? We have to do some practical in the temple. We may have a business, or we may be in charge of this bookstall, and we think this is my service, right? I've seen this with a lot of devotees. They think, my service is, I'm the cameraman. You understand? That's my service. And so then they might think that reading the Bhagavatam that's something else. You understand? Talking about Krishna, that's something else. My service is my job. You know, they have the kind of Sudra mentality. But a yogi knows that my service, if I'm just sitting, I'm not saying you are like this, but I may be the cameraman, Padasevanam, that's my service, right? I'm selling books, that's my service. But I want to do service 24 hours a day, right? So when I'm sitting in the bus station, what do? I just put my mind on the beauty of Radha and Krishna by the bank of the Jamuna. That is service. This is the point. A lot of people, I see them and they say, come to class. They say, no, I have service. I cannot come to class because I have service. Your class is not service. Do you see the point? So we must be careful to get the right understanding that service means that you sit down and you remember Radha and Krishna with a little bhakti bhav. That is service. You sit down and you chant Hare Krishna with a little bhakti bhav. That is service, right? You clean the kitchen in your place because you want to make it clean so you can offer some fruit to Giriraj. That is service. So service doesn't just mean, selling a room in the hotel or whatever. Service means Navavida Bhakti. And all those can be done with a little Bhakti Bhav. So that mode of goodness is good. But then we'll see the mode of passion. That knowledge by which one sees in every different body there is a different type of living entity. Right? So that's the modern day, isn't it? Oh, there's a man in this body, this is a man body, this is a woman body, this is a child body, this is an old man body, this is an elephant body, this is a rhinoceros body. But nobody is thinking Jivatma is within all of them. Paramatma is supervising their karma. Nobody is thinking, they just think this person, alag. So first one, mode of goodness, spirit, jiva is everywhere. Second one, separate. So this is very much mode of passion, now Kali Yuga, passion and ignorance. Right? Now, and that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as all in all, that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as all in all. So right, that means I'm a tom-tom driver and I just drive my tom-tom and that's it. Do you understand? After I finish my tom-tom, I go to sleep. Give the wife the money. Get up in the morning, drive my tom-tom. Oh, spirit matter, yeah, okay. Jamuna, yeah, okay. Give me money, I have to support my family. No, there's many people like that, right? Isn't it? Especially in Kali Yuga, because the taxman is there, government is, everything has become costly, business people are not satisfied, they want more. So a lot of people are in that way. They think, then if I don't work hard, I'll die. Well, maybe they will actually, because Kali Yuga is so bad, but human society shouldn't be like that. There should be enough food, rest, wife, children, protection for everyone. There is no need. But it's Kali Yuga. But this is mode of passion. So, and which is very meager, without knowledge, attached to one kind of work as all in all, as everything, without knowledge of Param Tattva, the absolute. This mode of ignorance person, when you sadhus talk about Krishna or something, I don't understand it. Like they speak like that, something. They have no knowledge of, and which is very meager knowledge. They don't really know, they're not educated in different things. And it's said to be in the mode of darkness. So they're unfortunate. They're more likely to be illusioned and so on. So this knowledge, like we say, from Bhakti Vinod's statement, why is Krishna giving this knowledge? So that we can recognize it. You understand? So that we think, we don't start thinking, my service is, I'm the cameraman, everything else, it doesn't matter. You understand? I'm the cook, everything else doesn't matter. But we should have a broad vision. We should see Krishna within everyone, everyone within Krishna. We should have that cultivation of knowledge. This is why Krishna is giving this knowledge. Mode of goodness is the position from which you can become transcendentally attached. A mode of passion means friends, enemy, man, woman, feminist, globalist, communist, capitalist, socialist, BJP, all these mode of passion ideas, but the devotee thinks, Krishna's too Bhagavan Swayam. Everything is Krishna. Everything is the Leela of Krishna. Now I have to realize Krishna more and more. So this knowledge here, in these, look, yes, the title Prabhupada chose. the perfection of renunciation. Because if we have this knowledge, then vairag. From Gyan comes vairag. If we have knowledge, for instance, if we know that this material world is temporary, that I'm in this body temporary, if we understand that, then we look for something eternal, right? But if we think this body is everything, then we try to enjoy this body. So according to the knowledge, we will become renounced. Oh, I'm not this body, therefore I shouldn't try to become super rich because I'll lose everything. It's better I perform punya. I give money away, I help people. Oh, it's better I help the sadhus. What are the sadhus talking about? Let me hear a bit from them about Bhagavad. Okay, let me chant Hare Krishna. So this knowledge here about the three modes helps us vairag, detachment. I don't want this material energy. Why? Because janma mrityu vyadhyadi. You can't avoid it. You may become Mr. Rockefeller, but still birth, death, old age, disease, right? You may be this family. This material world will always be uncomfortable. So therefore, this knowledge gives us that realization. I don't like this material world. I can understand it's a bad place. And now I want to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Read the Bhagavatam, read Krishna Bhavanamrita, learn some bhajans. I'll try to create little bhakti bhav in my heart, right? This is the aspiration of a devotee. So to get that aspiration strongly, then we want to understand this material world. Yes, we have our duty to our mother, father, children. We have our duty. We must pay tax to the government, yes. But Rupa Goswami, he gives a very good example in Nectar of Devotion. This is Rupa Goswami, the great. Says a devotee is like a wife that has a secret lover. Lover, a secret man. She's at home and she's cooking the dinner, cleaning the plates, tidying the house, putting some flowers in a nice place, and the husband is thinking, oh, I've got a very nice wife. But the wife is only thinking of her lover. She's thinking, when that fat fellow has gone to sleep, I'll go and see my darling. She is thinking in that way. So, Rupa Goswami is not encouraging illicit behavior in marriage. He's not saying that's the way you should manage your life. He is saying that a devotee, he performs his material duty, right? Oh, I have to make the visa, I have to pay the tax money, I have to do this, I have to pay the electric bill, I have to drive on the left side of the road. I have so many duties in this material life, so I'll do them. But my heart is with Radha and Krishna. My heart is in the Kirtan party of Mahaprabhu, in the parivar of Srila Prabhupada. We're all in the family of Prabhupada. So we're all in the Prabhupada parivar of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda and Avadut. And we're in that party. And what are we doing in that party? We're doing the bhajan of Radha and Krishna. Selfless devotion, ahoitikiya pratiyata. We just say, or may my chanting be pleasing to you, Radha and Krishna. May my smaranam be pleasing to you. We try to do with little bhakti bhav. So this is sadhaka rupena, the external body that we have to handle, and our siddha rupena, our spiritual, our heart, our consciousness is going to Vrindavan Dham, is going to Brajanandan, is going to Mother Yashoda, is going to Sachi Devi. Our heart is there. So this is the advice of the Shastra. And then that person then we can become Uttamadhikari. This is the point. We should not think that, oh, I'm female, he's male. I'm young, he's old, he's smart, he passed a degree, he did... No. Only thing that matters is the mercy of Mahaprabhu, Kripa. That's the only thing. Now, if you are old, young, smart, or you didn't pass exams, or you passed every exam, it doesn't make any difference. Once that mercy comes down from Nityananda Prabhu, then you become Siddha Bhakta. So this is what we should understand. We are doing everything with Bhakti Bhav, hoping that one day Nityananda Prabhu will give us realization. Like Narada Muni in the beginning of Bhagavatam, he sat down to meditate and then Vishnu appeared. Dhruva Maharaj, the little boy, Vishnu appeared. Prahlad Maharaj, Nrsingadev appeared. So Krishna appears for his devotee. So we understand the modes and we understand transcendental life, the consciousness, and we cultivate that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So thank you all very much for your kind attention. Any question? Topic of discussion? Yes?
We understand that what is the modes and the different kind of knowledge. So when we are in the mode of passion, when we see the body, we don't see the soul in the different...
We tend to look on the bodily platform, yeah.
How can we change our way of thinking to don't see anymore the mostly the body, to see the soul?
Yeah, that's the point. By knowledge. By knowledge.
If we intellectually understand how to have realization of that.
Well, you go from knowledge to realization, right? Well, by practice. Just like you're practicing a melody on the harmonium, right? At the beginning you don't understand it, but then you practice and then you realize that melody. You understand it, so you can chant better according to that melody. So it's progressive. You understand? Knowledge turning to realization. But you could think of it in another way, that if you have a rasgula in your hand, that is knowledge. But when you put it in your mouth, that is realization. Right? So theoretically, from Shastra, we have so much knowledge. But when we fall in the ocean of bliss, in Prem Bhav, then we have realization. Right? Yes, that comes after practice. Yeah, but we should be very confident. Bhakti, I always remember what Bhakti Vinod Thakur says in Chaitanya Shikshamrita. He says, a devotee knows by personal experience that Krishna will be merciful to him. A devotee knows that is coming because they're realizing Krishna, the truth of Krishna. So they know that in the future, sometime, I will realize Krishna. I'm realizing now, but my realization will increase. And so, as devotees, we should always keep that optimism in the heart. We should always feel, yes, I will realize Krishna. Nothing can hold me back. When Nitai, or when the devotee become merciful upon me, then Ye prasade pure sarva asha, right? By grace of Guru, huh? So we should be confident like that. One day, or 1 million lifetimes, I will realize Krishna. And then we leave this material world behind. Let the ignorant and the passionate discuss politics. They'll do that forever. But we'll go to Golok and we'll discuss Radha and Krishna. Right? That is bhakti. So, any other question, point? So everyone's going back to Godhead. Yes, Mataji? Or I should say Vaishnavi. Mataji might not be very modern. Yes, go on. Huh?
About the three modes of material nature and bhakti. Can you throw some light on that?
Well, there's the whole class was about that. You want me to repeat the class?
No, but bhakti in the mode of passion, bhakti in the mode of ignorance, and bhakti in the mode of...
Yeah, but the thing, yes, so bhakti in the mode of ignorance would be that. You've got no knowledge.
No.
So you can't really perform bhakti without some perception of Krishna. You have to have, you can't, he's passionate devotee, they say. Yeah, but Uttamadikari, Madhyamadikari, they are devotees. And they've overcome the material modes. Bhakti starts after the material modes. You see, Vaidhi is for the material modes, but Sanatan Dham, Shravanam Kirtanam, these are all transcendental things. You understand? But maybe you mean that a passionate devotee, a devotee can have desire, strong desire.
Strong.
Yeah, but that is transcendental. You understand? So a passionate person, I want money, I want a big car, I want success. So he's passionate that. So a devotee may be very passionate in the spiritual way. I will perform austerity, I will chant 64 rounds, I will...
Progress.
Yeah, so he's using the passion in Krishna's service. Then another devotee may be more mode of goodness. Oh, I like to study the scripture and chant Hare Krishna. So I'm serving in that mode. But the point is, as Krishna is realized, the material modes, what is that? Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yogi Projiti Jnaniti Asuvairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahoitikam. As soon as you serve Vasudeva, then the material modes drop off. They drop off automatically. Because Vasudeva is transcendental. So we serve Vasudeva Ahoitiki for the pleasure of Krishna, not for my satisfaction. That is Ahoitiki Bhakti. I'm just satisfied to please Guru and Krishna. You understand? But passion, we can use our energy like Indra. Indra, you know Indra? He was very passionate. He performed Chaturmasya, you know that? Yeah, he used to eat once a day. He did many austerities. So some people, they have that passion, that's good. Some people. So, but the point is, we should be ourselves. You understand? Don't try to be somebody else. Just be yourself and do everything as an offering to Krishna. You understand? Don't try to imitate a big sannyasi or imitate Prahlad Maharaj or just be yourself and give your own ability to Krishna. Do you see my point? Because that's what we have to do anyway. We can't be somebody else. So we should understand that, yes. I have different talents and ability, let me offer those in Krishna's service. You see? But it's very important, the scriptures are very important, that every devotee should learn Vidya Vadu Jivanam Shastra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. See you next Friday.
Hare Krishna, I
hope.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare